York Civic Trust welcomes you to Fairfax House for a sneak preview of this year's festive exhibition, A Season for Giving. This year we have transformed our historic interiors to celebrate some of the people who gave so generously to York Civic Trust over the years. We naturally start our journey with Noel Terry and his family, without whom Fairfax House and York Civic Trust may not exist. Over the course of his lifetime, Noel formed an amazing collection of Georgian domestic furniture and clocks and was determined it should go on public display. In 1980, his trustees made this wish a reality when they offered his collection to York Civic Trust. The rest, as they say, is history. To celebrate Noel's magnificent gift, we've transformed our library and created a homage to a 1940s Terry family Christmas. We took inspiration from a collection of Christmas cards the Terry family had received in the period, which even included hand-drawn cards by his daughter Betty. To emphasise Noel's generous gift, we've wrapped some of the items given to the museum and hung gift tags on them to highlight his benevolence. We've tried to show the real diversity of objects left to us, including furniture, clocks, works of art, books, and even a pair of tennis rackets. For the first time, we've also brought together some of the Terry family ephemera, which includes these marvellous caricatures of Noel. In the dining room, we celebrate the generous 1989 bequest from antiques dealer Anthony Smallwood and a matching donation from his partner Leslie Bootham, a previous director of Terry's of York. Aside from Noel Terry, at the time this was the single biggest gift received by York Civic Trust. Smallwood and Bootham requested that their donation be used to buy period silverware for Fairfax House to bring to life the story of fine dining in the 18th century. Honouring this, we've used their gift as a glittering centrepiece to this Georgian dinner party. Visitors get to experience the room by candlelight, to see the silver shimmer and imagine the drunken 12th night party which has just taken place. Rather than a polite Georgian dinner party, which we normally present to visitors, this year we took inspiration from the art of William Hogarth and imagined something a little more raucous, with plates piled high with food, lots of wine, gaming, and a sense of general Georgian festive mischief and merriment. Alongside being beautifully lit by candlelight, in our hallway we have created a Made in York book Christmas tree. Visitors get to take a copy home with them after their visit, a treat from us to them to say thank you for their support. In the kitchen, we pay homage to Kathleen Leatham, the devoted wife of Noel Terry and the often overlooked but important figure in the story of York Civic Trust. Kathleen's father, Henry Ernest Leatham, was an important industrialist in York and over time created an impressive collection of porcelain and jade, which Kathleen inherited upon her father's death. Part of this collection was donated to York Civic Trust in Noel Terry's bequest. Kathleen loved gardening, so here we have displayed her porcelain alongside photos of her family and fresh seasonal foliage. Here visitors are encouraged to take a packet of sweet pea seeds home with them to remind them of their visit, of Kathleen, and that sunnier times will soon come once again. When York Civic Trust undertook the magnificent restoration of Fairfax House, the decision was made to focus the story on the 1760s, when the property was a winter residence of the Fairfaxes. Many of the donations made to the museum since have reflected this choice, including this selection of historic costume. Getting dressed in the 18th century, or the ceremony of the toilette, is hinted at in this dressing room. The costumes displayed here all date from the middle of the 18th century and have been donated or placed on long-term loan by a variety of kind individuals who wish to remain anonymous. Here for the first time they have been displayed together alongside our period furniture and a hang of some of our sumptuous portraits and prints. These offer rich context for these very special pieces of clothing and are a way for our visitors to imagine the type of people who may once have worn them. A cast of thousands helps support the Trust in its work enhancing and protecting York's unique heritage. In this room, we've imagined the 4 founding fathers of York Civic Trust, Noel Terry, J.B. Morrell, Oliver Sheldon and Eric Milner-White, in the midst of writing letters of thanks to the generations of supporters who have helped to see the Trust grow from strength to strength. Supporting the charity comes in all shapes and sizes and includes membership, volunteering, fundraising, raising awareness, making donations, as well as visiting our museum and shop. Each form of support is equally valuable and together has ensured that we're now heading into our 75th year of serving the city. As well as a stunning collection of furniture, Noel Terry acquired some of the rarest and earliest examples of English clocks by the great clockmakers of the late 17th and early 18th century. These works by Thomas Tompion, Edward East, George Graham and Daniel Quare join others acquired by York Civic Trust over the last 35 years, including some made in York. We have also brought together our collection of pocket watches, which are displayed hanging from the mantelpiece. Usually on display throughout Fairfax House, these timepieces have been brought together for this exhibition in the sumptuous surroundings of the drawing room. Here we are encouraging our visitors to listen to the ticking of clocks and the gentle passing of time. In 2005, John Butler, a chemist from Walkington near Beverley, gave almost his entire collection of Georgian glass to York Civic Trust for use in Fairfax House. John had often lent pieces to the Trust for exhibition and decided that rather than seeing his collection dispersed upon his death, decided that Fairfax House should benefit from the majority of it. Butler's lifetime gift of over 400 pieces was a result of 30 years of dedicated collecting and contains a huge selection of unique and delicate pieces, showcasing a wide variety of glassmaking techniques. With this display of glass and light, we hope to honour and raise a glass to John Butler to say thank you for his exceedingly generous gift to the Trust. I hope you've enjoyed this flying visit around the museum and that it's whetted your appetite to visit. We reopen in January and a season for giving will run throughout the month, so there's still plenty of time to see it. If you are visiting, don't forget to also pop into our museum shop, which has a wealth of gift ideas, many made by local producers. And don't forget, YCT members get 10% discount on all purchases.